Hi, it's Charlotte Mabry with Keller Williams Realty. And if you're thinking about buying a home in 2020, what should you think about? Hey, before we get started, you might want to look around on our video blog here. We've got lots of information. Just click on the button. It's going to send it directly to you, information on selling your home or buying your home. So if you're thinking about getting a new home this year, what should you think about? And I would right now be starting ahead thinking, okay, what are my income and spending habits? How much house payment can I afford? And not necessarily be looking at what the lender says I can afford. What do you really want to afford? Sometimes lenders want to qualify you for way more than you should spend, and you need to really have a good feel for your budget and know exactly how much money that is. And maybe really take an analysis, time to do that analysis of what do I really spend each month. I would advise doing all of that ahead of time, particularly before I go see that lender and they want to qualify me for something more than maybe you should spend. And you're going to have a down payment, so you need some time to save that up, or maybe look at some sort of a way of getting a grant money from a family member, or maybe some sort of loan money. Those are ways that we need to look at to how we're going to do that down payment. And my question is, have you checked out your credit score lately? Each year you're able to get a free credit report. Maybe check that out. If your credit score is higher, you are entitled to a better interest rate. So rather than just taking any old interest rate that will, getting that best interest rate is going to save you a lot of money over time. So work on your credit score and pay attention to that. I would probably even go ahead and ask an agent for paperwork. What is it going to look like for the paperwork for me to buy my new property? I want to see that ahead of time. If you're buying in Tennessee or Georgia or another state, the paperwork's all different. So I would want to see that ahead of time. And it changes every year. So just because you bought 5 years ago in Tennessee and you knew all about the Tennessee paperwork, guess what? It changes. And speaking of agent, it's so important to choose the right agent in this process. There are a lot of people that have a real estate license, but very few people that have 10, 20, 30 years or more of practice doing this real estate thing. And we're so fortunate on the Charlotte Mabry team that we've got a great mix of people who've been in business a little while and some people who've also been in business 20 years or more, and like me, 30 years or more. So it's for the same money, you can have the advantage of having the experience of working with a very experienced agent. So how do you make that happen? You can call us 423-593-5588 and say, hey, I want to buy a house with one of those experienced people on the Charlotte Mabry team. Or better still, just send me an email directly. That's Charlotte@charlottemabryteam.com.